Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It is a great pleasure that we welcome Yukako, the founder and director of Art Collaboration Kyoto. Yukako is a unique voice in the Asian landscape of fairs, art fairs. And she really invented or created a new paradigm of art fair, which is artist-led. Art Collaboration Kyoto, in fact, is an art fair that is defined by a great empathy and a great sensibility towards the work of the artists. And some of the key elements of the fair is that it breaks the usual model of exhibitions in an art fair because it opens up the exhibition area to the entire city of Kyoto. And of course, when Yukako invites artists to exhibit in a temple in Kyoto, in an old palace in Kyoto, the temptation is irresistible. And all artists all over the world accept with enthusiasm to go. And because of the artists, the galleries follow. And I think that this idea of breaking the mold and inventing new paradigm is what really we share with Art Collaboration Kyoto, because even Bangkok Kunsthalle aims to break the conventions of what a cultural institution could be. As you can see, it's like a constant work in progress, is an unfinished labor, and every time artists operate in the building, they transform the building. So this, I think, is what we share, this desire to challenge the conventions and to produce some sort of paradigm shift. With this short introduction, I am delighted to welcome Yukako. Thank you. Please welcome her. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stefano. I really appreciate invitation of you and then the entire team of Kunsthalle today. And then first of all, for everyone, thank you so much for coming to join us this afternoon. So we are really excited and proud of launching this new fellowship with Bangkok Kunsthalle this year. So today we'd like to introduce about this fellowship together with Stefano. But before, I'd love to introduce a little bit about us, ACK, Art Collaboration Kyoto. So thank you. So ACK is standing for Art Collaboration Kyoto. So for us, centralized art or contemporary art, collaboration is the most important concept. And we are originally started as a culture project by Kyoto Prefecture, which is the local prefecture of Kyoto, 5 years ago. So another important aspect of us is definitely locality. In other words, we would love to provide all of you for unique experience which you can only enjoy in Kyoto through ACK. So we are, thank you. So I think I'd love to start from showing this short video about us. Okay, so let's see how we can play.
Art Collaboration Kyoto コラボレーションをコンセプトとして京都を舞台に開催する現代美術のアートフェアは今年で5回目を迎えます。2つの出展セクションが ACK の見どころで、1つはギャラリーコラボレーション。国内の29ギャラリーがホストとなり、海外から30ギャラリーをゲストに迎え、1つのブースを共有して展示します。世界屈指の老舗ギャラリーや新鋭のギャラリーなどが参加します。もう一つは京都ミーティング。京都ゆかりのアーティストや作品を紹介し、国内から7件、海外から6件のギャラリーが参加。合計13ブースで京都ならではの魅力が展開されます。ACK キュレーツは ACK が主催する企画で、2025年のテーマは2050未来への眼差しです。 このテーマのもと、企画展示、パブリックプログラムでは、国際的に活躍するキュレーターのマーティン・ゲルマンと木村心が、シンビオーシス、アート、そして共に生きる世界をキュレトリアルテーマに作品を展示します。トークや子ども向けワークショップも充実。展示だけにとどまらない広がりのある企画です。スペシャルプログラムは、パートナー企業の協力で実現する特別企画です。多彩な分野とのコラボレーションが ACK の会場で展開されます。ACK 会期中は、京都市内各地で多彩な連携プログラムが開催されます。美術館やギャラリー、お寺などでの特別展示のほか、夜まで楽しめるナイトイベントもありますので、アートフェアと合わせて街中を満喫していただけます。この秋は京都でしか味わえないアートフェア、ACK へぜひお越しください。
So, as you briefly saw in our video, we are happening in the middle of November this year in Kyoto, November 13th to November 16th. So for us, again, as you see in here, we are we are art fair, but we are modern art fair. So using the power of art, and then also together with artists, and then numerous different industry sectors, or private or public, we really care about the collaboration in between, and then try to find the future which collaboration is bringing to us. So we are really like a platform to connect like such as galleries, artists, but also museums, medias, institutions, also companies who support us. We call them as our partner companies instead of sponsors. And then also such as one of our founder, Kyoto Prefecture, government, public sector, and then also collectors. So we are trying to cultivate the better future for the art ecosystem of Japan. But we also do care about Asia or APAC. So in terms of that, we really are appreciated, with Stefano and Melissa to launch this new fellowship together this year. So, and then also, as you may have realized in our video, we provide the maximum experience for you guys to visit Kyoto. So it's really important for us to do our fair in the most beautiful timing of the city to visit. So we are happening this year in the middle of November. This specific weekend is actually well known as one of the most beautiful weekends to visit Kyoto anyways, because that weekend you will see this actually really like this, the most beautiful autumn foliage in the city, and of course nice food. So it's really important ACK, or like in the future of art fair, is bringing of course the opportunity to meet new artists for you or new artworks for you by them, but also more than that, art fair is providing a cultural experience for everyone. So this year we are welcoming 72 galleries in total, and then the half of 72, 36 is international, the other 36 are Japanese. So we are having two sections in the fair. So one section is called as Gallery Collaborations. So this is a unique concept booth. So one international gallery is invited by one host gallery. Host gallery is a Japanese gallery. So in other words, Japanese galleries is inviting international gallery to do one booth together. So this actually creates a really organic collaborative booth presentation. Some of them are doing single artist solo presentation. Some of them are bringing numerous group presentation. But also we are known as this collaborative booth is ultimately bringing more longer-term collaboration in between those two galleries. So, for example, artists represented by Japanese gallery, through this collaborative booth, the Japanese gallery would find international gallery who could potentially bring new opportunity for that local artist to exhibit overseas. But again, our respect to locality, to Kyoto, we also have another section called the Kyoto Meetings. So Kyoto Meetings is more curated section. So one gallery can do single booths by them. We welcome both international and Japanese galleries to this section. Then this is all about your curated presentation at the fair, and then your curation needs to be somehow related to Kyoto or its sensibility. So based on that, we have been witnessing with such a big pressure that few international galleries continuously have been participating to this section. Started also doing inviting their international gallery to come to Kyoto during a fair, and then they also provide those international artists to touch our culture, and then eventually some of the artists are doing residency in Kyoto and then make brand new work based on reflecting culture or aesthetics of Kyoto, and then making a special exhibition in the city. So this is a brief information of BCK, and then I would like to return the microphone to Stefano.
I will just take a few minutes to introduce. Thank you, Voga. Thank you. I will just take a few minutes to highlight the points of contact and points of overlapping for this exciting collaboration. You talked about locality, you talked about connection with the local scene of artists and the collaborations between international artists or galleries and Kyoto and Japanese-based galleries. And this really resonates with what we are trying to do. First of all, a small introduction about this extraordinary building where we are located. It is not a temple, but it is what we would like to transform it into. Temple and liturgy. The two things cannot be separated. The usage of the space and the space itself really blur into the attempt to create a new institution. The name, we often been asked why we use the two foreign names. Bangkok is not the original name, Ntep, and Kunsthalle, which is a German name. It is because Kunsthalle is a place to exhibit art and is a way to exhibit art. It is a paradox of a museum without a collection, where artists are invited to produce new works and to engage with the site-specific conditions. This is something that resonates very much with Art Collaboration Kyoto. The building is quite magic because it is a building that indirectly all Thai people know about because they all studied on the books that were printed here in Thai Watanapanik. This is not a building but a compound of 3 buildings. This that you can see is the oldest one, which is just behind us, in the just behind the black curtains in the back of the room. And this used to be used as the place for the administration and for the graphic works. Later on, they added, a new building, this one, in the 70s, that used to be used for the production of the books, for the actual printings. And later on, in the 80s, they added the long building C, that was used mainly for the storage of the books. So this is really like some sort of like a production line for the design, printing, and storage of the books that were later on distributed throughout the country. And it is quite beautiful that is, again, not in one entity, but is already a group of buildings, like a community of buildings. And this resonates with a beautiful idea of Art Collaboration Kyoto, of an art fair that happens in a dispersed area, not just in the convention center. These are some images of the buildings, how it was and how it was used to, with a beautiful exhibition by Richard Nonas. This is building B, with building A, with the existing building and the exhibition of Shefan. The current room where we are, it used to be a deposit with a mezzanine, and this was transformed into a screening room. And building C, the storage, that became like the exhibition room for Korakrit and for the beautiful Tanchang exhibition. The greatest opportunity of Bangkok Kunsthalle is to provide artists with a platform to do what they could not do in most of other institutions worldwide. Not because we provide more money, not because we provide more resources, but because the conditions of Bangkok allow artists to really experiment without any constraints. There is no desire to necessarily please large crowds. There is no expectation to sell the works, but really to engage with the building and to produce something which is cutting edge, relevant, and experimental. And this really marked some of the key exhibitions we did in 2024, starting from Michel Oder, one of the most important living video artists. He used the videos he did as some sort of architectural acupuncture to activate the building. He spread his videos throughout the ground floor of building B, where we are, and building C. And the unfolding narrative became both his own biography and a way to explore the building. The second exhibition that you can see occupied building C. It is this one, Nostalgia for Unity, by a Thai artist, Korakrit Ranunchai, who literally engaged with the building by reusing the ashes that he found in the building. Imagine the building was damaged by a fire, as you can see on the roof, on the ceiling here, 20 years ago. And when Korakrit came to visit us, he still found the burned books in the storage. He decided to use this material, to break it, to mix it with black pigment and with resin, in order to create this beautiful floor that was the installation itself. And with this very beautiful and powerful light, he created an installation that is a metaphor of what we are doing ourselves with the building. The building is like a phoenix that is reburning out of its own ashes. And Korakrit used the ashes as the main poetic tool to activate again the space. There was a text embossed on the floor, and people used to walk around it as some sort of contemporary ritual. Text, you will see, became a recurring theme in our program. The exhibition by Korakrit was installed in Building C on the 2 floors. After that, we worked with Yoko Ono. Again, an interesting connection with Yukako. We worked with Yoko Ono in Bangkok Kunsthalle and with Fujiko Nakaya in Kaohsiung Forest. For the first time, we installed the manned piece as a table not for 6 or 8 people, but for 80 people. This is not a table anymore. This becomes a square. People from the neighborhood, from all over Bangkok, came and engaged for hours and hours by recomposing the fragments of ceramic and creating like beautiful sculptures that were left on the walls and on the shelves provided by the artist. Again, this is a metaphor of what we are doing ourselves with the building. By taking care of the fragments, visitors reenacted our own operations of taking care of the building. And healing is really at the very core of our project. Finally, we invited a Thai artist, Yu, to screen a series of film programs that allowed us to transform this room into a permanent screening room and cinema room. In 2025, the program unfolded with a few other very radical installations. We continued the idea of using architectural acupuncture with the work of Richard Nonas, an anthropologist that worked a lot in Mexico and used to adopt very simple objects, minimal interventions as territorial markers that resonates very much with Japanese sensibility. We had the pleasure to do a very beautiful project with Tan Chang. I can see that Kun Pum is here tonight with us, and it's a great honor to maintain the relationship with the artists and the states with whom we collaborate. Even in the case of Tan Chang, the exhibition wanted to be an experimental exhibition. We wanted to push artists out of their comfort zone, or in this case, estates. We decided to transform the exhibition into an ongoing real restoration lab for the most beautiful and important work by Tan Chang, which is this extraordinary diptych that was restored for 6 months. We had a beautiful selection of works on paper from 1971, 1972 that Mark, our curator, selected. And on the top floor, for 6 months, a group of restorers from Restaurateurs Sans Frontières did in the space. And it is wonderful how the theme of the Kunsthalle again recurs in this installation. It is an installation, it is about healing, it is about activating the space, and is about presenting the artwork in a way which is completely unique and experimental. This work was followed by the event of Shefan, painting as event. Is an artist that treated paintings in the same way as he treated food. He's a 2-star Michelin chef in China and a remarkable painter as well. And he treats painting and food in the same way, like the unexpected encounter of different ingredients. So the exhibition was meant to be a 3-day-long exhibition corresponding to the 3-day performances where he cooked for our guests and for the visitors. And the beautiful gift of Shefan was the Mapo Tofu exhibition, the Mapo Tofu dish that he left for the Kunsthalle. Every time we have a special event, we can really perform it. The collaboration with the Thai artists continued with one of the most beautiful and unexpected exhibition that was Poetics of Horizontality. We value strongly the collaboration with university and with education, and we offer the Kunsthalle as a platform for artists and students to experiment with the space. 2 wonderful young students decided to take some little fragments of the concrete that they found in the building, and they rearranged it in this beautiful composition on the floor. It was a performance that lasts almost a month, and then the exhibition lasts for a few months as well. And the exhibition again becomes a way of taking care of the building, revealing the beauty and giving value to things that are apparently completely valueless, because this little stone have no value. And finally, the collaboration with the Thai young curators continued with a Young Lai, a beautiful exhibition that was inspired by the printing, the original activities of this beautiful space. All the exhibition worked on the theme of the border between legibility and illegibility, between memory and oblivion, between text that we can read, text that we can hear, text that we can just remember or imagine. And of course, this theme was declined in different themes: the graphic elements, the political elements, the geopolitical connection. The curators managed to find the first edition of the dictionary from Siamese to English, which was quite a remarkable work that they discovered. And with this exhibition, we were able to activate the 5th floor of the building. We have constantly artists in residence. At the moment, there is Spencer Sweeney, who did this beautiful DJ set that you can still see on the 4th floor now. We are going to activate it very soon. We have the beautiful work by Mook that you can see at the entrance with this extraordinary textile, which is a result of the work with the community. And just now we have finalized the installation of time holders. This is a beautiful work of objects found in the neighborhood here in Chinatown that are like time holders and placeholders for parking lots. This reveals the beautiful creativity of Thai people that use any material and to assemble it in these new compositions that are very poetic and very instrumental, like a new syntax of the city. And concerning movie image, this is a very important element for us. And this is something that we would like to present because we hope that with films and with Thai artists, we are able to collaborate very closely with Yukako for exhibitions and collaborations during the year, be it screenings or special commissions to Thai artists. So we, of course, work with space shifting. We have an extraordinary curator called Rosalia, who is responsible for moving image, and she's really working closely with us. And residencies, as I mentioned before, are a central element because this exchange of artists and curators in residence allow us to really bring new energy into the building. So we had beautiful performances with Natalie Brooke, a remarkable intervention by Nicolas Amato, who decided to just polish the stairs of the building so that he basically reveals the beauty of a given architectural feature that was basically taken for granted. And the stairs become a place for dwelling, not just a place for circulation. Apichaya, the artist that was sent in residence to Italy and hopefully will come very soon to transform the 5th floor into a permanent studio for her practice. And Spencer Sweeney. The collaborations with artists extends to curators as well. We had Anthony Huberman, we had Luca Lupinto, and filmmakers like Teddy Williams that are here. Events, we work with Tosh Basco, the beautiful performance in the space of Korakrit, and special interventions that are related to the cinematic program initiated by Rosalia. We had special presentations. We collaborated with the Con musicians and with many others, Thai and international artists and filmmakers. I will conclude very soon with an example of how we incorporate Thai traditions. This is a typical film screening that just happens in Thailand. It's a screening for ghosts. Generally, when shops don't do very well, the owner of the shops decided to invite special technicians that do screenings for ghosts. So when you walk in Talat Noi or in Chinatown, you often see screens in the middle of the street that screen beautiful films that no one looks at. Because these are actually not films screened for humans, but for ghosts. We decided to take this tradition and to screen films in the rooftop of Building a space that soon will be open to the public with an open-air cinema and open screenings. Finally, we talked about the community. You mentioned very beautifully the importance of the community in Kyoto, and community is really what we constantly try to build with our exhibitions. I mentioned about university, but of course artists in residence create our community. The workers that around here help us to realize the works. Very proudly, we can say that within 200 meters circumference or radius of the Kunsthalle, we can basically produce almost everything. We did the beautiful neon by Emma McCormick Goodhart. We have metal works. We have people that work with wood, carving wood. And the quality of what they do is extraordinary, including, of course, the delicious food. You showed the beautiful map of Kyoto. We have a map of Chinatown. In every area of Chinatown, we can discover a special skill that becomes instrumental for some of the exhibitions that we want to produce and to exhibit. And the participation of the community becomes central in our work. Then we have some commercial events that contribute to transform the building. And finally, some celebrities. Here we have Tilda Swinton and Apichatpong, who came to visit us for the presentation of their final film. And with a reference to film, I thank you again. I thank you again for this extraordinary opportunity of a collaboration. And we hope that this program between Art Collaboration Kyoto and Bangkok Kunsthalle, Bangkok Collaboration Kyoto, is really the beginning of a stronger exchange between Japan and Thailand. We really hope that next year a group of Thai galleries will be able to participate to the fair, and we are confident that more and more Thai artists will be in Japan and Japanese artists will come to Thailand. I let the microphone to the public in case there are questions or remarks.
So once again, I just, I would like to actually talk about our exciting collaboration starting from this November at ACK. So I'm super excited to launch this BCK Bangkok Collaboration Kyoto Fellowship together with Bangkok Kunsthalle. So as I spoke earlier, ACK really cares about our commitment to the better future. So until now, we've been collaborating with quite many external people to find out providing diversified supporting system for artists. So while we've been having our pre-existed artist prize to support mainly for Kyoto-based young artists, we always wanted to seek something to provide more long-term and then also provide international opportunity to any of artists coming to ACK. And then I visited Bangkok Kunsthalle earlier this year, and then Stefano and then I came up with this idea. So as you heard from our brief presentations, I really believe that ACK and Bangkok Kunsthalle has few really important core which have been like really resonating each other, such as collaboration and then also our deep appreciation to support ecosystem for the future of art world, and then also community as well. So this is really unique opportunity to support any nationality artists, also any age range, as long as you are exhibiting at one of the booths of our art fair ACK, all the artists are automatically get nominated to this fellowship. So this is really our way to support ecosystem. So we are really trying to find a way to provide long-term support system, which is of course involving the sustainability for artists to economically speaking as well. However, it's also more than that, providing more opportunity in a wider range. So this is really something also unique and then brand new fellowship or connection beyond market and institution. Probably Stefano, you'd like to talk a little bit about in between like this, like how we connect market and institution from your perspective from institution.
Bangkok Kunsthalle is a not-for-profit institution, and the mission is very clear. We do non-commercial exhibition. Said that, this does not mean that we refuse the market. On the contrary, the market is an instrumental force for the promotion of art, and we believe that the two things can really work very closely. What happens nowadays is that the art world is expanding in an incredible speed and with incredible dimension. When we talk about the art world in the 70s or in the 60s, we are really talking about a community of a few hundreds people that were gathered mainly around a few circles in New York, in Paris, few things in Germany, in Italy, and few like isolated circles all over the world. Nowadays, we have hundreds, if not thousands, of artists that are graduating every year from all over the world, from Brazil to Manila, from Los Angeles to Stockholm. In this globalized art world, galleries become a strategic element of the ecosystem to filter all these immense number of artists that are acting and are producing works every year. In this sense, the galleries and even more the fairs become a tool through which curators, museum directors, institutions have access to a filtered version of the artist, because it is impossible to really witness and doing studio visits for all the artists that are emerging. In this sense, the collaborations between institutions and market can be very positive and instrumental. Especially in Asia and even more in Southeast Asia, I think that is fundamental that there is a collaboration, yet there is acknowledgement of very different roles between institutions and market. And by honoring this difference, I believe that the synergies and the collaborations could really be very profitable for both of us.
Yes, I also really believe that this fellowship celebrating all the artists from like really young artists, how is to establish also mid-career. This is really important as of today at the art world. So I really hope that this opportunity will bring really good quality opportunity, or like we can actually bring introduction. I really believe that equally important of the like the economical support, more like organic way, bringing really qualified, important introduction is really helping longer term career of artists. So I hope this fellowship will be one of the help for it as well. And then, so how it's going to be working. So earlier we talked about how we nominate artists. So everyone who is coming to ACK automatically get nominated to this fellowship. And then we have Stefano Malissa, also one of the Japanese artists who has done residency program at Kunsthalle called Yutaka Sone, and also myself, jury for this fellowship. So during our art fair, November 14th to 16th, so jury will be there and then walking around and then seeing all of your artworks at the fair. And at the last day of the fair, we will announce the winner. So the winner will be invited by Bangkok Kunsthalle. As you may know, Bangkok Kunsthalle has a spectacular residence in Bangkok. So the artists will have an opportunity to travel to Bangkok and then experience this residency and then touch base this local art scene in Bangkok, and then build up a community by support given by Kunsthalle. And the most importantly, upon artists' wish, Bangkok Kunsthalle is generously providing the artists to exhibit their artwork at Kunsthalle. So again, in the beginning, Stefano and I, Melissa, have discussed really carefully, yes, we'd love to support artists. And then there are actually quite many opportunities or applies to support artists, but what is missing? And then this way of providing experience and then also make sure it's not one-off. We are really trying to really seeking about like a long-term relationship with the artist. So that is really what we are really caring of. And then I hope it's going to be providing an amazing future for the winner. So, yeah.
And this collaboration really marks even one fundamental aspect about our activities. This is a geopolitical project as much as artistic or curatorial. This is really, first of all, is not limited to Japanese artists. Any artist participating to Art Collaboration Kyoto can be chosen. So he's an artist that is exhibiting the work in Kyoto, but doesn't have to be necessarily Japanese. But what is important is to highlight the relevance of Art Collaboration Kyoto as a fair, a special platform to showcase international artists in Kyoto, and the ambition of Bangkok Kunsthalle to provide an institutional platform for international artists. And Kyoto, with the beautiful temple, the palaces, the curators that you invite as speakers for the talks, are the cultural horizon that Japan offers. And the building of the Kunsthalle, the curators that are going to welcome the artists in residence, are going to be the Thai counterparts of this collaboration. So they're very well rooted in Japan and in Thailand, but they're not limited to Japanese or Thai artists. It's really a geopolitical project with a global and international ambition.
Okay, yes, from my perspective, since the beginning I started coming to visit Thai, I really see the the growth or growing of art world in here. And then I'm really, again, happy and then truly honored to be a part of like a support to bring more international art or artists to this exciting art scene. Because again, ACK is welcoming 72 galleries this year, which also includes someone from Brazil, someone from Warsaw, someone from Georgia, of course from other regions of Asia, the US, Europe. So I hope the next year, 2026, we come back here all together and then celebrate another excitement of art world future. But thank you so much again for this opportunity tonight. I see like lots of amazing food and drinks waiting for us in downstairs. So I hope we can actually talk all of you later in downstairs. But thank you so much.